everybody, it is day 45 and we are California dreaming. We are outside of Crater Lake. We just left. Our bags are full. Despite us always saying we've got a big carry when it's 6 days, we did it again. We got another 6-day carry of food so we can get to the border. We got potentially triple-digit temperatures. The local cities around Crater Lake were all in the hundreds today and tomorrow, down to the mid-90s later in the week, but hopefully our elevation will save us a little bit from that. We'll see. We will see. And we'll let you know how it goes.
It's getting pretty hot and exposed out here, and at least one of these hiking penguins does not do very well in the heat.
So we unlocked a new skill here. A third of the way through, we were watching some Nobos on this very hot day, and they were all like sneaking into the shade, like even in uncomfortable ways, just to find shade on this really hot day. And so we decided, oh, okay, let's do it too. We found this nice tree that also had a cool breeze coming through it, and we sat down for, it was gonna be 10 minutes, and then we realized, wait a minute, we can take a midday nap here. That's the Nobo secret. So we laid down straight up, took a nap directly on the twigs grass ground, and it was the most refreshing thing. It was as refreshing as jumping in a cold stream. So I feel like now we can go for as long as we need. So it's a good, amazing feeling and a secret that I think will help us on these hot California days that we're gonna be running into. Look at how big these pieces of bark are that fell off this tree. This is literally as big as my femur. It's so thick.
What is that? That's awesome.
Maybe that's why it's called the Sky Lakes Wilderness. There's the lakes in the sky appearance there.
There's few things we like more than walking on a ridge. That's what we're doing right now. So beautiful in every direction.
So amazing to see both sides and to see the beauty and the difference.
Last night we got into our camp right as the sun was setting. Had a beautiful sunset from up on a little saddle. This morning we woke up kind of early, hoping to get some miles in before the sun sets ablazing. Probably hike a little later in the evening today as well. Oh, and today is day 46 on the Pacific Crest Trail. We're crossing this boulder field for a couple miles, and there is the smoothest path laid out there. Amazing trail work.
Look at this giant cone. It's bigger than my face. I wonder how many seeds it had.
I think it's huge.
Look at the colors.
We are up early on day 47. These last couple of days, we've had some pretty long water carries, and it's been hot. We dry camped last night. We don't have a ton of water left. We got 4 miles before the first water source today, so We skipped breakfast. We're gonna wait until we get there to fill up our water bottles and then have some breakfast.
Over a third of the way.
Heading into some of our first BLM land.
For information,
That's cool.
here's a phone number. It's your first not a tree, I guess. Official enough for me.
This is the most recent fire we've been
I
through.
feel like this looks like snow, but this is actually ash from the burn.
Okay, this is quite us. So we have been hurrying the last couple of days, but now we feel like we're on time. And there is a restaurant a couple miles from the PCT, so we decided to camp here at the PCT campground, a mile from the restaurant. And now we're gonna go hopefully get some good food. Christine looking kind of clean right now.
Sometimes when you're hiking a PCT, you need to take a very spontaneous stop at the little local resort and restaurant for the night. That's what we're doing. I couldn't be happier.
We had pizza being served within a mile of us, and Christine prioritized taking a shower before we could get said pizza in our bellies. You can see how I look. You can tell what my priority was.
It's because Brian set up the tent for us, so I got lucky. I have such a great partner, so I could shower.
For the first time.
I just signed the registration as Rainbow and Treebeard, which are our new trail names. Case closed on getting trail names. It is day 48. Man, those numbers are getting high. And we're back on trail after taking a spontaneous date night last night. We went to dinner at this local quote-unquote resort, which means cabins on a lake with a restaurant around here. And we're excited to get back on trail. But it was totally worth losing maybe 5 miles of distance last night to have a fun evening. We feel refreshed and showered.
Oak trees. Pretty flowers, but look at the spikes on these guys. Second breakfast, oatmeal. First breakfast was leftover pizza from last night. I'm looking forward to the oatmeal though. This is my favorite meal of the day. On BLM land. Do BLM lands have wilderness areas, and how does that differ than a Forest Service? If only there was a phone number to call.
We just emerged from about a whole morning in the trees, and hello Mount Shasta. How fun. California's getting close. Look how pretty these are. I was like walking up to these and I felt like they look like gemstones. They just like, they're beautiful. Yeah, this is fascinating. PCT transaction hikers. Oh my gosh. Let's see.
What?
No one mentioned it, so. Oh,
Ah,
all empty.
they're all empty.
Okay.
This is a weird part of the PCT because we're going west and even north a little instead of south. It's a pretty windy path. California is not that far as the crow flies, but I think it's going to take us 2 days before we're there, which is okay. We're not in a rush or anything to get out of Oregon, but just naturally excited to enter a new state. This is not the Oregon we've come to know. It has gotten steep, also brushy. Oh. We stopped over there for our second break of the day. Looking quite far away now. There's been some dry sections here in Oregon lately. Also some interesting places to fill up. Thankful for a couple of random spigots in the middle of the woods, and this little private property actually has free water for hikers. Okay, Oregon, I still think you're underrated, but the last 10 miles today, it's been weird. It's been brushy, it's been steep, it's been cut over, it's been going through private land. There's some gorgeous views, but odd day. Still love you. All right, Christina's sitting on her sleeping bag, and she's got her pillow as her little lay cushion.
Yeah, because everything hurts. So like my feet have blisters on the heels, so they can't be hard on the ground. And just sitting after a day is, don't even. So I'm feeling good. Little princess.
I got my blue Cookie Monster pants on, so I'm feeling pretty comfy right now too. And we've got tacos.
Our favorite.
With cheese tonight.
Something with a back on it. I'm so excited. Like, you miss chairs. Chairs are one of the great inventions on this earth. Ah.
Okay, this is day California, day 49.
I cannot believe it's here. This is such a big day. Like, we're entering our third and final state. We're still not halfway done, but it's just exciting because you feel like it's such a milestone.
We're probably only 15 miles away by now, and even though I gave Oregon a hard time last night, this morning has been great again. Beautiful meadows, amazing vistas, and trail magic to boot.
Yeah, I think we should sum up Oregon because we're almost done. And I think the word I would use is underrated. Northern Oregon was absolutely beautiful. It started with amazing waterfalls. Throughout the state, there have been plentiful lakes and roads. That's how I describe Oregon, lakes and roads. We've crossed a lot of roads. Beautiful volcanoes in the north. The lava fields are really cool and unique, and just great trail, except for probably, 30 or 50 miles was not great, but the rest of that has been great trail. And it's been wonderful. We've had such a great time in Oregon. Every Oregonian we've met has been really fun and interesting and loved their local trails. It's been awesome to see.
Yeah, it's been fun. I think that's it. It's never felt quite as wild as Washington, but it's just been cruiser and enjoyable. Everybody's been nice. And we also passed the SOBO bubble here, so we got to see a lot of northbounders, so it was a little bit more social, and that was fun. I'm gonna rest my heavy head tonight on a bed of California stars. I'm gonna lay my weary bones tonight on a bed of California stars.
I'm gonna walk my tired feet today on a bed of California dirt because we're in California!
California!
We made it to the California border. I could not be more excited. And the craziest part of all is that we're not even halfway done with our trip. We are just under 1,000 miles in, so we've got a substantial portion to go in the state of California. But I'm so excited. It's amazing. I just want to say it another way. We walked physically our bones all the way from the Canadian border to the California border. Pretty soon we'll be able to say we did it all the way from the Canadian border to the Mexican border. Like, it's really empowering feeling.
So we're walking through the woods and we hear these chimes out of nowhere. Does it sound like a cowbell? It is cowbells. Can you hear that?
Wilderness shower. Good morning. It is day 50. We are up early. It's a little bit misty. We are excited to get to Seiad Valley, our very first town in California.
So we never really know what each day has in store for us, but we're gonna try to make it to Seiad Valley today, which is about 4,000 vertical feet up and 8,500 feet down, which is a lot, and 27 or so miles. So probably a big day, and it's been really brushy with these woody plants, a little scraped up already. Christine said we were being harassed, and I think that summarized it pretty well.
It is still day 50 and we are soaking wet. What we thought was going to be just a little mist really turned into like a light rain, but a light rain with plants and a lot of brush turns into a soaking sappy mess. And I will say the brush here is very unpleasant. Both sides, as tall as Brian, it will push back at you, not just whisk away. But one thing I wanted to say is that even though I rate this very unpleasant, it is still only an 8 out of 10 on the unpleasantness we've experienced on this trail, because that brush early on back up in the glacier peaks was all of that plus shaky rock on a very steep hill. So hey, maybe I'm getting stronger, or you know what, California can't get us down. The rain kilt in action.
Hard to believe it's the same day as this morning, but even on a rainy day like that, the sun came out and we stopped for lunch.
It's just another example of how much the conditions change so frequently and so quickly out here. You never know what you're gonna get.
Just another example of all these different cool colors of rock. How you liking this trail?
Woo. Not my favorite. Not my favorite.
We found more poison oak. It supposedly lasts for quite a while in California, Northern California. So we'll see. We're stepping gingerly.
Fingers crossed we don't get it. We made it to the first time in California. That sign said population 350, elevation 1371. That's why we lost 8,000 feet of elevation today. Whew, haven't been this low in a while. We are penguin waddling to the RV campground, but we made it. We made it to Seiad Valley. It's still early enough for dinner, shower, and laundry. Maybe even a little internet. We'll catch you in the next one. Whew.